Last week I taught a workshop at MISA at the Shawnigan Lake campus. This is day one of the workshop. We've got starts on a few things, including this 12 Petite series. And we did a lot of other paintings today as studies, just as warm-up exercises. We started the one with a photo, and everybody used the same one. You can see the stream in it. After that, we basically just made up our own landscapes from imagination and played with marks and textures. We got quite a bit accomplished for the first day. This is an overview of the classroom, which is a math classroom. We've been able to transform it quite nicely. There's 5 students in the class, and here are the results of the 12 Petite paintings. So this is what we worked on the second day. We worked on this in the morning, and then we continued on with doing other exercises in the afternoon. So every day I introduced them to some new techniques that they could incorporate into their paintings. This was an abstract landscape workshop with cold wax and oil paint. Many of the students were new to the medium, but not new to painting. The overall goal was to loosen up and try and make paintings that were more emotive and less realistic. This is day 3's exploration. We made a study from a photo of the painting that we wanted to do, and then scaled it up to a larger paper or panel or board. That is a study there from my painting. This is my bench. We offloaded our excess paint on other papers as well. Alana worked on a round board, which was very interesting. Something that I'm definitely going to try. Here's the one I showed you from the other day of Emma's. This is her scaled up painting, and here you see Judy's beginning of a pond and Liz's vertical landscape. Here's her study that she's working from, and a really loose sketch. We started our backgrounds with a colored, solid color, either red or yellow, to get started. On Thursday, we had a pop-up show at the dining hall where all the classes, or some of the classes, showed some of their work. This gives you a good example of what we did in the class. Alana worked on that round piece, which is always a challenge, and this is more of her work here. On the Petite series, she has a really rich palette. These are Judy's fun and playful pieces that she did with lots of yummy marks in them. We all started with a photo that had the river in, so you're going to see some various examples of that here. This is a study of my larger painting that you'll see later. Again, here's one from the photo with the river This one is morphing off that photo. This was a series of 12 petite paintings. And there's the overview of that side of the display. We used drying racks for our end pieces and strung string between to give us a clothesline effect. This is my piece. You'll notice it has lots of texture in it. We were working on either Arches oil paper or a canvas pad. We taped around the edges and tried our best to keep them clean, but sometimes there was some seep through. This is another series of 12 by Liz. And this is Emma's series of 12. This is one of Liz's paintings with incredible botanical effects in it that she created with printmaking on her cold wax and oil panel. This is my painting from the study that you saw earlier, and one of Adrian's quick studies that she did at the end of the day. This is an example of being really loose, a night scene by Emma. And here we have them laid out on tables so that you can see each student's work. So over the 5 days, we did accomplish a lot of paintings and variety, tried a lot of different ways of applying paint directly and indirectly, adding texture with various elements, doing drips and spatters, printmaking, the gamut of things. So I hope next year that I'm able to do the MISA workshop again and that I get invited back. I'm going to come up with a new proposal of a different theme. And it was just a lot of fun and very rewarding to see these incredible results and be on grounds of such beauty, which I will show you some of the pictures I took of the actual grounds. If you missed this particular opportunity to study with me, I will be having a retreat in my studio coming up in October. And if you want to visit Vancouver Island, or if you live on the island and want to come to Parksville to participate in it, that would be wonderful. And if that's just out of your reach, another opportunity that I'm working on is a membership mentorship program to help a broader audience to develop their work and to learn different techniques. So also I'll put the link for the wait list below. This is one of Emma's pieces and her 12 petite series. This is Adrian's work. So over the course of 5 days, we did a lot of experimenting and playing, tried many, many different effects, and I think the students left with a lot more information in their toolbox to use in the future. So the name of the game is to play and produce. That is how you're going to learn not to dwell on one piece for a long time, and just keep trying different things. This is Liz's work, and she really embraced experimentation and using botanicals for printmaking with the cold wax. She got some intriguing results. These are her first 12 landscapes that are very loose and beautiful. It's a lot of wonderful mark making in these pieces by Judy. And her petite series here, which is fresh, spring-like, reminds me of blossoms, almost the grounds at Shawnigan. I think were influencing her. This is my table of work that I did as demos and worked in between helping students and doing demos. So with a small class, I had quite a bit of time to paint and ended up creating 31 different pieces. Here's my 3 larger pieces that I did. Now some of these pieces I will probably go back into and do some more work on. Some will just be left as studies. But I had a lot of fun pushing myself out of the box as well and trying new things, not doing what I've always done and playing it safe in front of a body of students, but really embracing what I teach, and that is to continually push yourself and try things and stay playful. Not to worry about the process, not to worry about the results, but the process. This is Alana's work. She came over to the workshop to get unstuck, and I believe it really worked for her. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video and seeing the works of the students and myself. And please leave a comment. Let us know if you work in cold wax or it's something that you would like to try, and what your thoughts are on the work we did. This is an overview of the end day, where everybody's work is out on the tables before we pack it up. And this is some of the pictures of the grounds at Shawnigan Lake and the beauty that we were surrounded by. And of course, the planes flying over to catch water, sculptures, just a bit of the essence of the overall feeling of space and beauty that we were surrounded by.